folks. How are you? Welcome to another open world blog fact. Today, we're going to be talking about Genshin Impact, one of the most successful game releases of 2020. Published by MyHoYo Studio, Genshin Impact was already the game everyone was talking about, even a year before its official launch. Can you believe that? Being quite similar to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Genshin Impact still has its own game identity and is likely to surprise us more than once in the near future. But let's hold it right there, shall we? Can we start with the title? What does it actually mean? And most importantly, am I pronouncing it correctly? What is a Genshin, and what can I do with it?
Well, to answer all those questions, Flor, let's start by talking about the word Genshin first, which means primordial gods. How it's pronounced? Well, this depends on the fact that the developer uses Japanese pronunciation Genshin for this word, not only for the Chinese market, but also for the global market. And this is very interesting because this Chinese character of pronunciation is not Genshin, but Yuanshen, and Korean read this word as Wonshen.
Oh, so I was right. I was killing the pronunciation. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, we're all doing it in this side of the planet. Well, this is probably due to the fact that the game's anime-like style aims to attract Japanese animation fans all over the world, and therefore they chose to localize the game's name accordingly to their marketing and branding strategies.
That's so cool. However, there is more to game localization than the meaning and pronunciation of a name when it comes to successfully launching in a foreign culture. And that includes how you accept and cancel on your joysticks. Did you know that in Japanese culture, the X has this historically negative connotation, whereas the circle has a positive connotation?
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Well, now you know.
Yes.
Therefore, players confirm actions with a circle instead of an X, as we are used to doing on this side of the globe. So, for those who have already played the game, you might have noticed that the default button to accept is not your typical A or X to accept and B or circle to cancel. Instead, it has been reversed, as if it was meant to be for the Japanese markets, but for all players all over the world. At first, this might seem a little trivial, but after a few hours trying to survive every single encounter, it becomes some sort of like an extra challenge. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it's really hardcore to play, but do you think this has a negative impact on the audience of your native language, or on the contrary, it is very much welcomed? Leave us your comment below, and see you next time for another video game blog fact.